So to get started on this exercise, you should have downloaded the login screen information, and let's find that login screen Figma file. When you double click on it, we'll open it up and bring it into our drafts, and we'll say import. And then once it's imported, we can simply click on the screen here, and this will load it up. Now, before we start creating our little login screen, I want to take a moment and talk about components and instances. And understanding this concept is the next key thing you're going to run into whenever you create objects that you reuse over and over again. First off, I'm going to design a little button, but I'm going to do it off to the side. Remember, we can design buttons using our frame tool. So with the frame tool selected, I'm simply going to click and drag and draw off roughly the size of the button we want it to be. With the frame still selected, let's go over to our layout panel or our design panel. I'm going to change the color of mine to be, let's make it like a little orange thing. Let's pull more to the orange side. That looks good. Maybe I'll give it a stroke outline, and we'll set the size of the stroke to be a little bit thicker. And then I'm going to round off the corner radius just to make it feel more like a little clickable button. All right, got my frame selected. I'll zoom in so I can see it a little bit better. I'll grab my type tool, and on the inside of it, I'm going to type the word button. And then, of course, I'll format this. Let's make it much larger so I can actually see it. We'll make it extra bold, so make it a little bit larger. That looks good. And then I'll use my move tool and I'll center it up. And just for kicks, let's make the fill color of this be white so I can see it. All right. Now that we've got our content and our frame, we can select everything, all of it in here. Let's turn on auto layout. In our design panel, click on the little auto layout icon. And if you remember, this automatically sets some hugging around the edges and places our content inside of it. Do make sure that your alignment is set to center and your height and width is going to hug whatever content you've got typed inside of here. Now we want to be able to use this as a template for all of the buttons that we're creating. So with the frame selected, clicking on the name of the frame, in the design mode, look for this icon to create a component. When you click on it, automatically it's going to turn it into a special, specific kind of object known as a component. And if you didn't notice, in your layers panel, it also changes the icon of it from a frame to being a component. Hey, at this time, let's double click on here. I'm going to call this my button component. So now it's actually got a name to it. So what can we do with buttons and components? Once we've got it saved, if we want to start to use this within our design, first off, we can go to our assets panel. All of the assets and components that we've got saved is going to be inside of this file's library. So when I click on it, there's the button we created, and we can drag off a copy of it. We can actually have multiple copies of it and drag those on and place these here. Now comes the fun part. Let's say I want this one to be a login. I'll do it all caps too. LOG, login button, and this will be a sign up button. Just as with the other one, you can see how it automatically adjusts the size of it. But here's the fun part. If you're making multiple buttons, you can also change the setup of the original button and it will relay over here. So I'm going to choose my original button design, clicking on it. And let's say I don't want it to have a black outline. I'm going to change the stroke color of my outline to be something like red. When I update this one, it automatically updates both of these. I can even go back in here and I can change the color of my login. Let's make the color be blue. And will that stroke be, let's do a darker blue. So we'll set it to be something like this. It changes here, but it doesn't change any of these others. Think of these as a parent and a child. So I can choose the parent and I can make a change to the parent. Let's say I wanted to change the font on this one. So I'll double click and choose the word button, go over to my typography and choose just a different font. And you can see how it automatically changes all the children, but also respects any changes that are made to those. So this is a great, simple way to make changes to everything on the fly. You can see how I can adjust the padding and automatically adjust the padding over here. Same way for this one, adjust the padding and it adjusts to the children. But I can change the children's settings and it doesn't change any of the other children. So this is a component and this is an instance of it. Now, if we wanted to break this up, I'm going to undo this. First of all, let's put my text back to where it should be. I'm going to choose my font, and I really want to keep it like this. And oops, actually, I want my font to be nice and bold too. We'll set that up. So whatever change I make goes to here. Now, if I want to break this link, if I actually want to make changes and have it be its own separate thing, with it selected, I can go over to my button properties that are up here and click on the more options, and I can tell it to detach the instance. Now that it's detached, it's its own separate thing. And so if I go over here to make a change, you can see how it's not changing. It's its own individual element. Now, one thing to note, I've detached this one and I've kept this one as a button. But regardless, however many copies of your button you have, or however many copies or instances you bring on, when you go to your file layout, the layers are going to keep the same name as the original. So you can see here's a button, and when I hover over it, this is actually my sign up button, and this is my login button. And sometimes this gets real confusing. So I'm going to rename each one of these. This one, if I double click on it, you can see how it's highlighted. So this is my login button. And this one, when I hover over it, this is going to be my sign up. Get into a habit of renaming these as you place each copy of your instance. That way you know exactly what's going to be what. You'll also notice when I detached the login, the icon over here changed to the auto layout icon, while the sign up stayed as an instance of it or a copy of it. And so that way we can tell the difference between what's just a regular frame auto layout, what's an instance, and then what's the actual original component. Okay, so at this stage, you should have created a frame and turned it into an auto layout, and then from there, turned it into a component called button. And then once you've made your button, I wanted you to drag on 2 instances and then change up those instances, one to say login and one to say sign up. And you can change their designs if you want to for each one. That's okay for both of those. And then finally, I want you to detach the login one by going up to its frame options up here and choosing to detach it so that it's its own individual thing. In the next video, we're going to talk about creating variants and variations of the components you have.